I don't know. I'm worried about this one because it looks an awful lot like MCU girl power shit. Since this is Star Wars nonsense, last night I was so messed up.
How messed up were you?
I was trying to hit the shower and the water was cold. It wouldn't get hot. And I got mad at the shower nozzle. And at one point I actually went, fucking asshole nozzle!
Well, that makes about as much sense as what we're about to talk about. Welcome to Game Dudes.
Star Wars.
They just had Star Wars Day or Star Wars Celebration Bullshit Day or whatever it is. And they announced all kinds of Star Wars things coming out. From Ahsoka to 3 new movies.
The series, the new shows.
There's like 5 different series and they all sound awful.
We are convinced that all of this, the entire model for them now, is a build-up to an Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Star Wars Endgame.
Not even Endgame. It's just Star Wars Avengers. Where they're going to have to fight an Avengers-level threat for Star Wars characters, which I'm assuming is going to be what's-his-putz from Rebels, who's now going to be in Ahsoka.
Filoni?
Admiral...
Grand
Thrawn. Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah. Is this a real trailer or is this fan-made?
No. This is the real trailer.
This is the real. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was Thrawn that we saw earlier. So
yes. Yeah. I mean, Thrawn's going to be in. I just don't know if that's going to be a villain just for this show or if that's going to be the big baddie that they're going to have to fight in the upcoming film that Dave Filoni is going to be directing. That's a real thing. He's making a movie. It is going to be Star Wars Avengers with all these TV characters coming together.
And all the storylines feed into that. Yeah. So they're all. It's just dumb. Yes. I wish they wouldn't have done that.
I want to make one thing really clear because it was mentioned that, well, you guys just aren't really Star Wars fans. I mean, you just kind of dump on Star Wars all the time.
Number one, go fuck yourself. We've been doing Star Wars since you were learning to piss in a straight line.
Number two, it's because we're Star Wars fans that we do this. We have higher expectations for Star Wars. And I'm not saying that I want it to be like the greatest films ever made. I just want them to be somewhat smarter than what it is and less volume of garbage and you know.
There was a time where it was the best sci-fi ever made.
Yes.
And now it's some of the shittiest.
Something went wrong here, where it was quantity over quality, which is all the same shit that's happening with Marvel. It's happening over at Star Wars, and it's upsetting.
It looked for a while, because the Disney acquisition was, years ago.
Right.
The fear was, oh no, Disney's gonna corporate it up and make garbage. Mm-hmm. And for a while, they didn't fall into that trap. But they very quickly did.
Yes.
And now they're doing the worst of what Disney does.
Structure that we put in place, which is a direct linkage between the creative side and the distribution side, there is a greater likelihood that we will have the right content. They'll make choices because they're accountable for delivering that profitability.
Just package it and market it at industrial speed.
Yes.
Who cares if it's any good? Shitheads will buy it.
Yep. And every time you're thinking, oh, our sales are starting to dip a little bit, grab an older character or something familiar that everybody knows and shove it to the front.
That are leverageable across multiple businesses of ours, that have a long life because of the audiences that we make them for, and that audience is constantly being regenerated.
And everybody will get all excited because the member berries will be activated, and we're going to remember how awesome that character was.
I loved Rebels, okay?
I did too.
I loved Rebels.
I did too. I loved Rebels. Probably my favorite of all the animated series that came out for Star Wars. Rebels was my favorite.
I liked Ahsoka in Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
It was...
Especially towards the end there. Because she's really annoying in the beginning, but she grows on you. And then she has a character arc, if you can believe that in Star Wars. And she ends up being a really fantastic character.
It was difficult to swallow at the beginning because they just made her up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it be funny if Anakin had a Padawan himself?
Who? What?
Fine.
Why?
Just completely pulled out of their ass. But they developed her well enough that it was like, okay, pretty cool character. And by Rebels, it's like, oh, she's going to have her own... They left her open. I'm going out to find this son of a bitch Thrawn. Like, interesting.
Yeah.
That was handled well.
Yes. Yes.
And that's clearly him.
Yeah, that's clearly him.
So I don't have a problem with that. Mm-hmm. My problem is the forced way that they're trying to inject this formula. They're trying to inject this Marvel formula artificially. Star Wars was never that. Shit! New Hope was written as a standalone project. There was no idea that anything was going to happen beyond that.
Right. Wait. So Vader's Luke's father? That was not ever conceived.
We'll go through the script. Did we ever say anything to contradict it? Nope. Then do it!
It's in there now.
And even that little level of forethought went away. Because then you got the prequels. Mm-hmm. Well, did we ever say anything to contradict it? Well, we said a lot of stuff that contradicts this. Fuck.
They won't remember it.
Okay, do it anyway.
People aren't going to remember that.
And some would say that was the start of the decline.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I'm frightened.
Okay.
Because this is sacred to a lot of people.
All right, let's talk about one thing. It's the 900-pound gorilla in the room, and that gorilla's name is Rey.
So Rey is getting another film.
Yeah.
Set 15 years after Rise of the Star Wars.
Yes. Because Rise of the Star Wars was so popular, and everybody loved Rey, that character, so much that we're going to give her own movie.
I do like Rey. I like Rey. I like Daisy Ridley.
I like Daisy Ridley. I do not like Rey. I like Daisy Ridley.
Rey deserved better than what she got in those films.
Every character deserved better than what they got.
All right.
Finn. Oh, how did you wreck that character? That was so... Like that was silver platter handed to you.
Yeah.
Perfect character concept.
Child soldier coming to grips with reality and what he's done and making his own destiny for the first time in his life.
Holy
fuck!
Crap.
Explore that.
What an amazing character.
Nah.
No, he's funny. He falls out of bed and then squirt stuffs come out, and then he falls down a few times, and then he goes woo a lot.
Because 10 people on Instagram went, "Black Stormtrooper, that's gay." And so Disney was like, all right, fuck it, we're not going to explore this.
Let's just
what
not
are you
explore
doing?
It. I have a better idea. Can you do the token black woo thing? We would like you to do token black woo thing. At least once or twice in every movie.
Wasted opportunity. Totally wasted.
It would have been such a great character. But anyway, yeah, there's that. And then, of course, there's Rey, which probably could have been a very interesting character, but they took it in the wrong direction. And I hate her. She's very well hated amongst fans and
I don't
critics,
blame...
and now she gets her own movie.
But I don't blame her for that. None of that is her fault.
No. Well, none of this is any of the actors' fault. These are poorly written characters.
But maybe this is their chance to remedy that.
Yeah?
I'm not as pessimistic.
You're not as jaded and angry.
I am. But I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say maybe this is their chance to fix some of the shit that they jacked up.
That would be nice.
Not maybe. It is. It is an opportunity for them to fix some of that shit. Let's see if they actually do it, or if they diarrhea themselves again. Because their track record is to diarrhea themselves.
Yes. And when it comes to some of these films, I'm just so afraid. It wasn't like Taika Waititi gonna direct us a movie, or something. And what was it? Del Toro was gonna direct one, and like they had all these different directors that didn't really fit Star Wars, but they were like, whatever.
Well, Taika Waititi directed a couple Mandalorian episodes.
Yeah.
So he is capable of doing intelligent stuff when he wants to.
All right.
It doesn't all have to be silly Love and Thunder. He is capable.
Don't want it to go to waste.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Well, he is. He did some of those early season 1 Mandalorian episodes.
Oh, he did season 1 stuff.
So he is capable.
Okay, I'll give him that then.
But I don't know that the studio will allow that.
I don't know. There's 3 movies, and I forget what the middle one is, because I know the first one is Rey's going to be in a movie. That's all I remember of that one. And then there's one that Dave Filoni's going to be directing. Obviously, that's The Avengers. What was the middle one? There was like one more.
They're going to do where they go way back in time to the beginning, the first Jedi.
Oh yeah, that was the other one. I think
It's
The
25.
first-
It's 25,000 years before the High Republic.
Okay.
The first guy that realizes, ooh, I can control the Force, and he probably turns into a Sith because he's tempted by the Force. He doesn't understand it yet.
Okay.
I suspect that's the one.
That'll be interesting, I guess. I don't know.
Whatever.
It's Star Wars, so you can go like 50,000 years into the past,
Yeah,
and they'll have
there's-
all the same tech.
There's cool shit happening. Yeah.
The ships will look a little different, but other than that, I mean, everything else is going to look pretty much the same.
It is interesting though to see what George Clooney does in Star Wars here.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know. I'm worried about this one because it looks an awful lot like MCU girl power shit.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if they're resurrecting the cast of Rebels and just continuing the story of Rebels, then I guess that
George Clooney.
George Clooney. Sweet.
Maybe, yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
There you
I'm
go.
seeing an awful lot of girl power shit though,
Just saying.
and we know how they do it these days.
Yes. I would love to know your thoughts, though, so leave them in the comments below and let us know if you're excited for any of this Star Wars stuff that's coming up, because there's like 7 different TV shows, 3 movies, a couple of video games. There's just like all kinds of Star Wars bullshit coming out. Do you care about any of this? And if so, which one are you excited about? Which one do you think is going to fall straight into the crapper?
I don't know that anything will go into the crapper necessarily. Like,
Well, I mean, like a Solo, like the Solo story. That,
okay,
that
so-
direction into the crapper, like financially into the crapper.
that was crap. Book of Boba Fett was crap.
Yes,
I would say Kenobi was not very good. I wouldn't call it crap,
Kenobi was not very good,
but it wasn't very good. But it wasn't crap.
No, it wasn't crap.
I mean, I guess
it just was
that's-
not very good.
And season 3 of Mandalorian is not crap, but it's on the decline. A very steep decline.
Like a water slide.
It's almost vertical. It's almost vertical.
Like the kind of water slides you go down and the water goes right up your butthole. One of those kinds of slides.
No, I'm saying this is a bad decline.
Oh, bad decline. My bad.
So
All
there,
right, there you have it.
all we can do is sit and watch and wait, man. We're not in control of any of this shit. We
That
have
is
no
very
power.
true. Yeah, they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
And we're gonna buy it anyway, so
Probably. Yeah, damn it. Well, like, subscribe, share, comment, fuck off.
fuck off. Just fuck off.
Just fuck. And we'll see you in another episode.
Bye now.
Later.